Hi, ladies. Welcome back to another episode of Style Your Dreams. It's Keri, and I'm so happy that you're here. So, today, I have this theme that keeps coming up this week that I want to share with you and have a little conversation about. I was on someone else's podcast this week, and after I had the idea for this podcast, and she said, I think as women, it's time we give ourselves a break. And I started laughing because I said, that's exactly what the episode of my podcast is about this week. So that's what I want to talk about. And giving ourselves a break doesn't mean it's time to give up, it means it's time to give ourselves a break. If you're listening to this, I know you're a woman and I know you're hard on yourself because as women, most of the time we are. We need to be the perfect employee or business owner. We need to be the perfect spouse. We need to be the perfect mother, friend, sister, whatever it is for you. We tend to put so much pressure on ourselves to be this perfect person, and it's never going to happen. And I think it's time, especially as we enter fall and going into winter, it's a time of reflection and a time of renewal. And during this time, I think it's important to take a deep breath and give ourselves a break. So I know for me recently, this conversation is so pertinent because I am completely hard on myself about everything, anything, and everything. I have to be perfect in everything. And given that I'm never perfect, um, there's no fulfillment, right? So I have to constantly stop myself and say, you're perfectly you. So earlier this week, funny story, I had a cold sore on my lip. My eye, I burst one of my blood vessels in my eye, so I have a blood stain in my eye. And I remember feeling like I'm a mess that morning. So, what did I do? I put on a great outfit and I put on some great lipstick. And I thought, well, this is how I'm going to look today. And I laughed it off. And I was telling my daughter that morning, we were driving to school, and I said, you know what? I feel like a mess. Did you see my eye and my cold sore? And she so eloquently reminded me, she's like, Mommy, maybe this is your version of perfect. And she's absolutely right. That day, that was my version of perfect, was what can I do despite what my external circumstances that are happening in my life are giving me? What can I do to fill myself up? Because for me, this business and what I do has never been about being perfect. And I would hate for my clients to think they have to look perfect, or I would hate for you listening to think you need to look perfect, be perfect. You can only be the best you possible in any moment of time. And that's what I really want for people. I want women to feel beautiful when they look in the mirror, because when you feel beautiful, it changes your perspective in life. It changes what you're capable of that day. You know, today I had a client that came in and I love her. And we've been together for, I don't know, 15, 17 years we've been working together. And I love her. If I haven't mentioned that, I love her. And recently she got diagnosed with breast cancer and she's been public about it. And she is one of the most inspiring women I know, both because of being public about such a personal thing that's happening in her life. But also, she's a very, very successful business owner and mentor, and she's just an overall badass, amazing woman. And we were talking today, and I was getting her loungewear clothes so that she felt great when she went to get her chemo or around the house, and got her hats for when she loses her hair, and really wanted to inspire her about what's possible in her life and who she is and how amazing she is. And of course, she turns it on me, what's happening in my life. And everything that I started sharing, I realized how hard I am on myself, that I'm not producing the results that I want to in the online business, or I'm producing too many results in styling business, and not then I don't have enough time for the online business, and all these woes me struggles. And I kept stopping and saying, you should not be listening to me. These are stupid problems that I have. And it's true for me. I do put life in perspective and step back and say, what is this for? Like, what am I struggling about? Life is too short for this. And her and I were talking, and I got present to that on my gravestone, which I'm never going to have a gravestone, but if I were, at the end of my life, looking back, no one's going to write on my gravestone, she was a great marketer. Oh my gosh, the best marketer ever. She was great at sales. She, dressed 1,000 people. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is, did I make a difference for someone today? Did I help change someone's life today and have them feel more beautiful about who they are? Did I inspire someone today? And did I do the work on myself to be the best version of me every day? Because that's what I'm committed to in life. And the rest is just, I don't know, comparing myself to what I think I should be or what other people think I should be. And for what? Like, this is our one and only beautiful, imperfect life. So I'm sharing all of this with you because it's what I need to hear today. And B, I hope that it inspires you today to step back and look at what you're struggling with today and ask yourself why. Why is that even a big deal? Why am I even doing that? And put life in a little bit of perspective. See, I want people to remember me as someone who stood for people's beauty and being the best that we can all be in life, and being the best mom and a great wife and a great friend. That's what's important to me. Not, did I sell 1,000 courses, or did I write the best sales page? Who cares? Now, do I want to do those things? Probably, but only from the context of why, which is that I want to make a bigger difference in the world. I want women across the world to, when they look in the mirror, that they see themselves shining back at them and they smile because they know they did their best that day. They know that they feel beautiful that day. And that when they feel beautiful every day, it fills them up to accomplish more every day. I mean, there really is a difference for me. If I leave the house with no lipstick on, I feel different than when I leave the house with lipstick on. Or if I get dressed and I feel great, I really do accomplish more that day than when I leave the house and I don't feel that great. So I don't know, look for yourself. What lights you up, and why are you doing the things that you're doing? And maybe it's time to give yourself a break and evaluate why we do the things that we do, and if they really are important. Because today I got present to what's really important is being happy, loving my life, being kind, and feeling beautiful and inspiring others. And that's all that matters today. So the rest of the things on my to-do list, while probably important, aren't as important right now. So that email that I haven't replied to isn't very important. Or that return that I didn't get to today isn't as important. What's important is knowing what I'm here for, being in tune with that, and all the other things that I just said. So I hope that this conversation was valuable. I hope you heard it at a time that you needed it, and you can look at your life and see where you can give yourself a break. Maybe it's being a mom. Maybe it's you weren't the perfect friend. Maybe you weren't the perfect spouse. I don't know what it was, but just give yourself a break and know that you are loved, you are worth it, you are beautiful, you're talented, you're extraordinary. And what if your only job today is to be the best you that you can possibly be and be kind? So that's what I want to leave you with today. Be the best you, be kind, and I'll talk to you next week. Have an awesome day. Bye.